Good afternoon,
Good
ladies and
afternoon, ladies
gentlemen, respected educators, and dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to yet another thought provoking edition of It's a Matter of Principles, EduTV's flagship program running successfully since 2014. Over the years, this platform has brought together visionary school leaders, distinguished academicians, and dynamic university faculty to discuss the most crucial phase in every student's journey, the transition from schools to universities. Today, we have with us Mr. Sain, the famous Mr. Surajit Sain, principal of Jharkhand Public School, Jharkhand, India, an institution known for nurturing academic excellence with strong values, and Professor Bovina Aruna Sunath, assistant professor at IFIM Bangalore, Karnataka, India, who will be conducting this conversation. This dialogue is extremely timely as students, parents, and educators alike are seeking clarity on how to make this transition smoother, more meaningful, and better aligned with future opportunities. I'm confident this exchange will spark ideas, answer questions, and inspire all of us to reimagine how schools and universities can work hand in hand for our learners' success. With that, I invite Professor Bovina to begin this insightful conversation with Mr. Singh. Let's dive straight in. Over to over to you, Professor Bovina.
Thank you, Mr. Pranav, for that wonderful welcome speech and introduction. Welcome to the show, Mr. Surajit Sen. Nice to have you here on the show. Uh, so before we dive deep into into the questions, I would just like to know, like how long have you been in this field, right, of academia?
Right. So good afternoon to one and all present over here. Good afternoon, Professor Bovina. Good afternoon, Pranav sir, my good friend. Well, I am associated with education for the last 25 years. Okay, I started my career as a normal biology ad hoc teacher. And as time passed on, I went on working and from an ad hoc teacher, when I went on to become a permanent teacher. From a permanent teacher, we went on to become the coordinator of the junior school, then the middle school, then finally the high school. Then again, I became the vice principal of the school. And in the process, again, I went on to become the principal of the school. So this is how the last 25 years of my journey is going on. And it's a wonderful journey. In the meantime, I also got myself involved with a lot of other work. Like I am a CBSE national level resource person, providing trainings to the principals and teachers all across the country. I have visited almost 200 schools across the country, right from, say, Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Gujarat to Nagaland. So, this good opportunity I got to interact with teachers, students, parents, principals, directors, and people who are associated with the academic world. Recently, I was in NCRT also to attend a training program, which we CBSE as well as NCRT and UNESCO jointly we are conducting a nationwide program on school health and wellness to make sure that the children remain fit and fine. So all these work are going on, and that's how I am moving. And I love to be
Um,
associated. I'm passionate about it. That's all.
so I can see that you have such a rich experience and a wonderful journey, in this field, and you would be the right person to tell me what do you think are the challenges that students face. Like you must have seen so many batches, like leaving the premises of school and moving on to higher education. So, what are the challenges that usually you come across through feedback from your alumni? Yeah,
Right. See,
in
ma'am,
higher, yeah, when they move on to the college, the portals of
right.
higher education. Yeah.
I got your point. See, moving from school and entering into the university, you can say what I personally have seen when I have discussed with the students of my various students from various levels. Even if you take my example also, when I was a student of a school and I went on to the university, a paradigm shift takes place in the culture of the student. Okay, cultural life of the student, because in school we have a different culture where it's no discipline. You have to do everything in a different way, and the thinking capacities, the understandings, the maturity levels, all these things are not up to that level. But once the children go to the university, they enter the university. Their university, the freedom is more, to be very honest.
Yes,
Not in
yes.
that sense. I'm not saying that freedom is too
Yeah,
much of
it's a
freedom is there, but
choice and
whatever freedom
decision.
we have seen, okay, more you can say, honestly, in our educational world, in our school world, that a little more democracy the children get over there, little bit
Yes,
of freedom they get. And some of the children initial stages, they are a bit into the doldrums also, not knowing, because to them, the university is a colorful world. Okay,
yes,
in the
yeah.
school, the school world is more of a grayish world. No, it's a grayish world because teachers are very strict, principal is strict. But once they enter the university, all those gray levels start fading and colors come out.
Yes.
Beautiful colors. That color makes them understand a different culture altogether. And it takes initially a little bit time to adjust over there. But once they get adjusted, then again they move forward in the higher education. So this cultural shift takes place, that we have to keep it in mind. Okay, a mindset changes. So a lot of differences arises. This is what we all have seen when we enter the university from school.
So by and large, I mean, you mean to say that most of the students gradually do adjust, right, to
There,
the
just
new, yeah,
because that
yeah,
is how life goes on.
yeah. That's their
Adjustment is the way of
versatility,
life.
yeah,
No?
yeah,
Initially, it becomes a bit difficult because,
yeah.
but then they will adjust it. Okay, because adaptation is the key to success. That's what they say.
Correct, yeah, yeah. So for students like who are not able to adjust, right? So I mean, do you think like there is some gap that needs to be addressed either by the school or by the college?
Exactly. Some of the children,
Hmm.
especially, I will tell you, the children like coming from the rural areas.
Okay.
Okay, children coming from the rural areas, and India is same. Okay,
Yeah.
India is same. Whether it is your Karnataka or whether it is my
Yes,
Jharkhand,
because
the
rural
culture is
areas
same.
are there across. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
are same. So initially, what happens? Okay, the city boys, what you generally call them, the city students or the metropolitan cities, they live a different type of life, so they
Hmm.
can adjust. But it becomes difficult for the rural students to adjust initially. So at that
Hmm.
time, I think the best option left for them to get adjusted, to move is that the universities should have special counseling sessions. Okay,
Okay.
universities should have special counselors, special counseling sessions for the students, where they can sit, they can talk, they can discuss, and whatever innovations this our rural children have, those innovations can be removed and they can come into the mainstream. And after that, again, life will be beautiful. This, and
Hmm.
generally we do in the schools also. Initially in the schools also, when the children come from, say, absolute rural areas, then in school also we have counselors who talk to them, discuss with them, show them the right path, and they get themselves adapted to it. Okay, human life is like that, ma'am. Okay, human life is
Hmm.
like that. Little bit of help from here, little bit of adjustment from there, little bit of understanding from here makes everything wonderful, and that's
Okay.
needed.
So counseling is the key to address this.
Exactly, yes, to make them right. Yes, yes, yes.
And what about curriculum, right? So you are very familiar with the school curriculum, having been in CBSE board, NCRT board, and with so many years into this
Right.
field of school education. What do you think? Like, have you been through the university curriculum, and do you think there is any gap that needs to be addressed by the universities?
Right. First of all, we have to understand exactly what do we mean by the word curriculum.
Hmm.
Curriculum is not only limited to syllabus or to the four walls of the classroom.
Hmm.
Curriculum is, it's like a system. It's like an experience that an individual gets in an institutional setup. So
Hmm.
syllabus is part of the curriculum. Okay, teaching learning materials are part of the curriculum. The very culture of the organization, the very culture of the educational institute, the very culture of the university is the part of the curriculum. The teachers, the professors, the lecturers who are teaching, they are also part of the curriculum. So curriculum should not be, many people make this mistake. Curriculum is okay, it's the syllabus or it is what we know. No, it's not like, it's everything that is associated in order to make somebody get educated in an organized way, in an organized system. As far as school curriculum is concerned, okay, we are doing a lot of good work for the last 10 to 15 years. If you say, well, take 1.5 decade or so, a lot of good work has been done by CBSE. A lot of changes have been brought into curriculum. The syllabus part has come up. The one that are required, okay, one which are essential to be taken into consideration for betterment, for getting that competitiveness ideas about it, they are now into the curriculum. Teachers are teachers. Let's talk about teachers first, then I'll go to the university part. Okay,
Mm.
the teachers, they are getting properly trained, developed, professional development is taking place. Okay, the teaching learning processes are changing. Okay, we are using both. We are going for blended learning. Okay, where both the
Mm.
textbook learning, the teachers' way of working, as well as the help of internet, the digital world, all are now combining to get the best out of it. Let's come to the university. Obviously, university level. When I was a student in the university, things start becoming a bit difficult level. Okay, because I will not call it difficult because that's not the proper word. Many of us use the word difficult. It's not difficult. It's
Challenges
the
must be, right?
systematic
Yeah.
advanced level changes. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
advancement takes place because what you study in the +2 section, the next level of understanding when you get to go, that if that part is not advanced, then the very essence of learning will not take place. Na? Then that
Yeah.
confidence level of the children will not take place among the students. It will, so obviously that advanced level has to go up. In the same way, the teaching faculty also, we have to be very advanced people whose ideas will be definitely a bit different from that which used to be in the school. Okay, taking things into taking the learning, taking the learning part, taking that part into a special avenue of understanding where a feeling will develop. Okay, where this competency level of the students will go on increasing, and professors, lecturers in the university level, obviously their knowledge is much more than that of a school teacher. I'll not say knowledge is more, I'll say their way of expressing the thing should be in such a knowledgeable way
It's a
that that
different
level of
age
advancement
group
should
they
be
are
reached.
catering to, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes, that is age group.
Format
You
would
have
be
to think
different. Yeah. The knowledge
yeah, the
might not
linguistic
be that.
level
Yeah.
changes, so that
Correct.
linguistic
Yeah.
level has to be increased, and so on and so forth.
Yes. So if you have to, like, like, no, if you have been noticing the trend of, say, your 12 students who are like going to transit to university,
Mm,
what
mm.
is their preference in terms of courses that they're opting for? What are the trends and patterns that you have
Uh,
noticed?
right. Obviously, the first of all, that stereotype trend is always there. Okay,
It's still there.
engineering,
Okay. Yeah.
engineering, medicine. Okay,
Okay.
these two are still there, very much
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
So, and it is very difficult to bring, but it's good.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's good. Yeah.
Everybody should have a
I
dream.
think it
But
also
ma'am,
depends on the region, right? Because
region,
certain region
yes,
students are a lot more driven in terms of, like getting into engineering, or if you say the civil service and all that,
civil
right? Yeah,
service,
yeah,
yes. So they are there. But what I will say, I will also tell the students, see, don't I be even the parents, I also want to say
yeah. Mm.
that please don't limit your children, please don't limit your children to that stereotypic lining of engineering and medicine. There are plenty of courses available, excellent courses are available where the students can become successful within a very short duration of time. Let's take
Mm.
for example, madam, economics. Okay,
Yeah. Mm.
economics is a subject. I in my last meeting also I was discussing about it. Economics is something that is having tremendous presence in the universities, in the educational world, and also finally, for us Indians, job is the ultimate goal. Okay, even in the
Mm.
job market, economics, not only one will become a good lecturer in economics, but plenty of courses are there with economics. So one, if you want studies with economics, within 3 or 4 years after the completion of the graduation and the post graduation, one can be placed in a good position and can earn a lot of the earnings can be very good. Psychology, psychology is
Psychology.
another
Yeah.
subject which was not looked very perfectly for the last few
Okay.
years
Yeah.
also. Psychology is picking up. Psychology
Okay.
has wonderful branches.
Mm.
Not only you will become a psychology teacher, you can become a psychologist, you can become a sports psychologist.
Yeah, there
The
is
people
sports
studying sports
psychology.
medicine,
Yeah,
sports
industrial
psychology,
psychology. There's
industrial
like, yeah.
psychology. educational psychology.
Yeah.
Even in the hospitals, hospital management, just people study hospital management, the students,
Yeah.
their psychology is very much in use, because
Hmm.
that will help to become counselors in the hospitals. Because in
Correct.
hospitals also we need counselors to mentally heal the patients.
Yes.
Medicine and other things,
Other
whatever
things,
the
whatever the
medical
medical.
healing.
Yes.
Yes.
Part of the
And
palliative.
yes, even history,
Hmm.
political science have lot of scope in the world.
Yeah,
But then people have to move. Actually, we school principals have to first counsel the students for this career. We have a training program for that also for the students, called
okay,
career
that was
counseling.
my
Okay.
next question actually. What is it
Uh,
that you do to, counsel students and make them aware of what are the courses that they can opt for,
yes.
yeah.
Actually, ma'am, right from class 7 onwards, we start picking the students to find out in which particular area they have interest.
Hmm.
Okay. On the basis of that interest, we separate the students. Okay, these particular group of children, they prefer engineering. This particular group of children, because they are knack towards the subject, or the way, that means they feel like, okay, going to that particular area. We notice all these things in the school itself. Okay, like suppose if we have a science exhibition. Okay, now there we find that some of the students are very good with making the models and all. Some are very good in calculating. That okay, this much of money I need to in order to buy. Why should I spend that much of money over there? So that means this particular child has a like towards the economy. Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe he can become an economist in future. So in this way, we segregate, although they are at a very nascent stage, but
Yeah.
we
Hmm.
can get an idea. Okay, some are very good in art and craft. Some are very good in say giving historical facts. Okay,
Correct.
so some are very good in writing. So those who are very
Hmm.
good in writing, they can turn out to be very good art students. They may study English
Yes.
literature
Yeah.
or
Hmm.
history or geography or whatever they feel like. Okay, so from this, once we get that, then we start talking to them. Okay,
Hmm.
we give them ideas, and as from class 7 to class 8, class 9, we go. So they are studying their subjects. Side by side, we are also following a few other steps. Like in the schools, we have teachers. We tell them, okay, if this particular, because each and every child is a national resource, national human resource, we can consider them. Okay,
Hmm.
so find out the best out of them. Think and please groom them in that way, so that when they leave school and they go, they pass their class 10, 12, they go to the university, they follow the right track, they get their right career, and they don't have to waste their time. The biggest problem in our country is that we school teachers, principals are not helping the students to that extent in order to find out exactly what they need right from the basics level. We are not doing this. Okay, we are so busy with completion of the syllabus and this work and that work, that a very beautiful part of that learning we are missing. If we can augment this, if we
Hmm.
can augment this counseling sessions with our students, can find out exactly what then wonders will happen. We are
Yeah.
doing, in my school, I am doing,
You're doing.
and I've been able to be, I'll not say I'm very successful in it, but yes, the process is going.
Hmm.
Students are getting their right careers. They are also,
Yeah.
today only one girl came, she's studying economics. And she said, sir, you once told me about economics, and I just love the subject. So if these types of small feelings comes out, and they give us that, okay, we are going the right track.
Yeah.
So this is what we need to do.
Okay, so maybe like kind of develop a kind of a mentoring system where the
Yes,
teachers are
metric
also
system,
trained to
exactly.
be counselors.
Yes.
And yeah, coming to my last question to you, um, what do you think, we at the university level, right, should be doing to kind of make the student journey a little more easy? A student who is just transitioning from school, the student who is about to leave school and come to a university.
Ma'am, first of all, I'll tell you that create a bond
Hmm.
ma'am, with the school and the university.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay. Sometime you call the school people, the
Hmm.
principals, the teachers to visit your universities. Let them see
Okay.
what is exactly happening over there, so that
Hmm.
they can carry back the message to the schools, and they can have a discussion with the students, with the parents, and they can tell, okay, this particular university works in this particular way. So they are creating a unique avenue for your children to go through through that avenue and study and get the best of life. So first of all, please create a link with the school
Connect
and the
with
university.
connect
Okay.
to the schools. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Connect, that is what you call a school connect or
Yes,
university
yes,
school connect, whatever what you are calling. Because I remember, 2 years ago, I think, yeah, 2 years ago, I was called by this SRM University of Andhra Pradesh.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
There was a principal's conclave over there, SRM University, Andhra Pradesh, at this Vijayawada. And I went to that university and I saw everything with my own eyes. Seeing is believing.
Hmm.
Yeah, once you see everything, you see how the things are going on, what type of hostels they have, what type of culture they have. So automatically it comes into my mind, okay, I will send my students over there because this is the safe place for them. Because I have kept them in a safe place for a long time. My second level of safety will come to this university. So that school connect programs you please start.
It
So you
helps
can
in
say
recommending also. Yeah,
recommending.
correct. Yeah.
And and I will also say the university people should also come to the schools.
Yes.
Okay, it is not that the school people should go to the university. The university people should also come to the school. They
Yeah,
can also
there's so
visit
much
the
of
school.
knowledge sharing that
Knowledge
can
they can,
happen.
knowledge
Yeah.
sharing can take place. What type of school, what
A
the
kind
schools
of
are doing,
foundation program could
program.
actually happen in school itself. Yeah.
Schools, yes. So you all should also come from the university to the schools, see the schools, what type of culture they're having, whether these particular children will be the suitable ones for your universities to become your university students, and you can carry them forward. It's an amalgamation of a lot many things. It's an amalgamation of emotion, understanding, logic. So
Hmm.
all the things you have to put together, because at the end of the day, we have to keep one thing in mind, that is, it's for students learning. We all are over here to make sure that our students learn, they grow, they excel, and they live a beautiful life. That's what
Wonderful, wonderful,
humanism is
Thank
all
you
wonderful.
about.
so much, sir. Yeah, thank you so much. There's a
And
lot of insight we got here.
Professor Bovina, I
Yes.
Uh,
would like to have your inputs like Mr. Surajit says, sir, they prepare students for 12 years and
Hmm.
then they hand over to you for
Yes.
your undergraduate journey.
Hmm.
So, what are your expectations from the schools
Hmm.
and so that this transition is very smooth?
Yes. So, where I find the gap is, right, the students at the college level have to choose subjects that they're not familiar with, right? So I think even at MBA level and all, like they are at a they're completely clueless sometimes, like what subjects they have to choose and how it's going. They're a little worried about how things go. It's like you join BCom, you join BCA, you join BBA, and you join fine arts, engineering, and all that. But there are multiple subjects that that you have to choose independently. Maybe in your school, your parents guided you. Okay, you have to opt for French here and there, right? And that becomes like a lifelong decision that you're taking. So once you are admitted and you are, of course, there will be refresher courses, career counseling, and all those things happen. But like Sir said, like visiting to the schools and having a kind of foundation program for the students there, that would be wonderful.
Great, great. And
Mm.
ma'am, I think the school students should be taken to universities also while they are in class 11th and 12th. They can
Yes,
visit the various faculty,
yes,
meet the
yes, yeah,
students out there, senior students, then see
correct,
the
yeah.
labs, other
Some kind of a
infrastructure.
peer-to-peer, buddy to buddy. Like, it
Yes,
won't be like a half an hour thing where you just take them on a campus tour or something like that.
wonderful.
That you have to be a little more accessible to address their queries. Yeah.
Right. So, Mr. Surajit Sen, I would like to have your advice
right,
for
sir?
all the
Mhm.
universities for that this schools to university transition is more smoother and more comfortable for students because we have seen very good students because of the change in atmosphere, change in pedagogy, change in city, country, they
Hmm.
score very less in the first semester. What is your advice to universities, Mr. Sen?
Uh, okay, what you mean to say that when they enter the university, they during the first semester their score is very less because that
Not only
adjustment
so,
point doesn't take
because
place.
because they are unable to adapt to the new
Yes, yes, it happens.
environment.
It's a human nature, sir. It's a human nature. Once you move from one place to another place, it do take some time to get adjusted to that place, the culture, the background, the human beings who are there. It takes a little bit of time. So that is, and it is a very crucial point also. So at that particular time, if the students who are coming from the school, they are entering the universities, it should become the most moral duty of the university people over there to help the students in the best possible way to make them feel home. It should be like, okay, my school was beautiful, or my school was good, my university should be better. That feeling of betterness should be there. And they say good teaching leads to better learning and best retaining. So the good teaching was provided in the school. Better learning will take place in the colleges, and best retention will be there forever in the universities and everywhere. And children will be retained over. So this tagline we should follow. We should join hands with each other, not to go for any judgment, not to find out any negativity among, because it's also very common, sir. I'll tell you.
Yes,
During
yes.
my time, I was a victim of this also. I have seen
Okay.
how those who came from the suburban areas, went into the universities. We were looked on a little bit. At least
Hmm.
that type of world is no more there. Now things are becoming more
Yeah, because I think
passionate,
even in
more
the
compassionate. Mm.
yeah, even in the curriculum and all, like we have come up with such new curriculum where we are coming up with fearless programs and all that, where you're not
Yes,
judging the student. You are just
yes.
giving
Because
them
once you
enough platform to perform and like
right,
shine, and then at a higher term we start giving them that
right.
feedback. But the first thing is just to bring them on a like equitable platform. Like yeah,
Exactly. And that human touch should be there. That human touch is very
Right.
essential. Okay. That human touch. Arey beta, main hu na. No, we say na, Arey, you don't worry, main hu na. You remember that SRK's film, Main hu na?
Yes, मैं हूं ना.
So,
yeah.
Main hu na. So
Ultimately,
that,
AI or whatever, it's the
uh,
faculty and the
yes.
people around that make the difference.
Exactly. That human touch is very important. If the teachers, the professors, they always go on with this feeling that don't worry, we are there. You continue with your work. Then it will create wonders. And a lot of differences takes place. That I personally have seen, you all also have seen, and that's how things should go on. So this is how the transition can be made smooth and seamless.
Wonderful,
Thank
wonderful,
you so
wonderful.
much. Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you
so much,
very much.
Mrs. Mr. Surajit Sen, Principal, Jharkhand Public School, Dhanbad, Jharkhand, India. Thanks for your time. I'm sure your advice will definitely help all the stakeholders of education and all our viewers also, and all our subscribers, everyone. And I would like to also a heartfelt thank to Professor Bovina, ma'am.
My
She's
pleasure.
and in fact she's enhancing the student further by personality enhancement programs at IFN College, Bangalore, and she's doing a wonderful work. I'm at Edu TV. We are trying to bridge schools and university closer so that it's a better situation for universities as well as schools. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
This is Pranav Gowat
Thank you.
Hakurta signing off from Edu TV. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.